I found 11 new work-from-home jobs that you can land with no experience needed. And not only am I going to share the jobs with you, but I'm also going to tell you about them so you know if they're a good fit for you or not. I'm going to go over what you need to do in order to start them, the pros, the cons, and I'm going to give you companies that are actually hiring for the positions right now. If you appreciate me doing these types of videos, let me know by gently tapping that like button, and let's jump into it with number 1 on the list, which is going to be a call reviewer. Now, this is somebody who analyzes customer service calls to make sure that the company is giving good service to their customers, because customer experience is incredibly important for a company. So you basically make sure the customer service representatives are doing a good job taking care of the customer, and also make sure that they have the right resources to take care of the customers as well. Call reviewers make about $39,000 to $53,000 a year. Some of the skills you're going to need here are effective communication, active listening, tech savvy, and strong reporting skills. Here's some opportunities. I'll put them up on the screen for you. You can check them out. Now, some of the pros here are, it's really easy to land this job, and if you work in a certain type of industry, this can be a really good entry-level job for you, and then you can work your way up. Some of the cons are you do have to be critical of your coworkers, which can sometimes be stressful, but overall, I'm going to give this one an opportunity score of 7.5 out of 10. Next is going to be the weird one. I always put at least one weird one in the video that I come across when I'm doing the research, and that is going to be a TikTok scriptwriter or just a social media scriptwriter in general. Yes, this is actually a career, and there's actually a good amount of people out there that are looking for people who have this skill set. And basically what you're going to be doing is writing engaging content so that the creator doesn't have to research and write the content themselves. They can just read off of the script. And here's a job posting right here that pays about $4,000 to $5,000 a month. Here's another job posting that pays $100 to $500 a day, and that would translate to $26,000 to $130,000 in a year. So, yeah, here's some opportunities. I'll put them up on the screen. You can check them out. Some of the skills you need here are strong creative writing and storytelling abilities, a keen understanding of social media trends, the ability to write concise and captivating content, and a knack for engaging a young audience. Some of the pros of this one are, you get an opportunity to work with successful creators, you have a potential for high earnings based on how well the scripts perform, and it may help you start your own personal brand down the line. Some of the cons here are, there is a steep learning curve, and you really do have to understand social media. So overall, I'm going to give this one an opportunity score of 8.5 out of 10. And it's not just TikTok. Like I said, it's a lot of different types of script writing out there, including YouTube script writing. And by the way, speaking of YouTube, I am going to be hosting a live training where I review the biggest secrets of how I grew this channel that you're watching right now to 6 figures a month. So definitely don't miss out on that. I'll be putting the link down in the description and the pinned comment below, so go ahead and click down there. Next on the list is going to be an EMO support specialist. No, not that type of EMO, an independent medical opinion support specialist. This is somebody who basically performs research and administrative tasks to assist in completing veteran medical examinations, primarily working for contractors or subcontractors of the Veterans Administration. So this is one of the many extremely niche but also pretty dang good medical careers out there. There's literally thousands of these random ones, and it's incredibly easy to land. You truly do not need any experience. However, it doesn't pay all that well. It only pays about $13 to $15 an hour. With that being said, this is a good way to get your foot in the door when it comes to getting into the medical industry, and you can get better jobs down the line. Some of the skills you need are being proficient in data entry, strong communication skills, and the ability to work independently. Here's some opportunities. I'll put them up on the screen. You can check them out. Some of the pros of this one are you're doing meaningful work that directly helps veterans. It is a stable job with the possibility of remote work, and there are structured work hours. Some of the cons are this job can be highly administrative and repetitive, there may be some emotional weight in handling veteran cases, and it requires specific training and an understanding of veterans' affairs. But overall, I'm going to give this one an opportunity score of 7 out of 10. Next is going to be entry-level tech support. And this specific tech support job, there's a little bit of a secret to it, because it's actually secretly a sales job. See, companies are a little bit slick sometimes, and they actually have their tech support people trained in selling people. So someone will call in because they're having some kind of issue with the technology, and they'll end up upgrading or buying something else. Now, entry-level tech support in general makes about $36,000 to $55,000 a year. However, you can make more than that if you get a lot of sales because typically you're going to get paid on commission as well. So here's an opportunity. I'll put it up on the screen for you. This is from onsupport.com. So some of the pros of this one are no prior experience needed. There's also typically growth opportunities within the company or outside of the company to move up. And you get to learn one of the most valuable skills, which is sales. Some of the cons are the job may require variability with the different types of shifts that you take, and tech issues can sometimes lead to stressful interactions. And by the way, I'm a huge fan of all types of sales jobs. I've said it 1,000,000 times, and I'll say it 1,000,000 more times. I think everyone should get at least one sales job in their lifetime. And one of the best entry-level sales jobs to get is what's known as a sales development representative, and you're going to be working in the technology industry, which is probably the best industry to work in. I interviewed Antoine on the channel, for instance, who started off as a business development representative, and he now makes over $500,000 a year. My last year, my W-2 shows that I made $540,000. A little bit over, but let's just say $540,000, right? So that's the type of money that you can make in tech sales. And what Antoine recommends to get into tech sales is going through a company called Course Careers. And Course Careers actually does have a free training which will go over exactly how you can get into it, which I'll put in the description in the pinned comment below. You can click there and check it out. But yeah, this one gets a 9 out of 10 opportunity score. Next is going to be a regulatory compliance analyst. And this is basically a position where you make sure that a company's products and services comply with legal regulations. So this is kind of like being a referee in a sports game of business, and regulatory analysts make about $68,000 to $103,000 a year. Now, you don't have to have any regulatory analyst experience, but typically they do prefer hiring people that have some work experience. It just doesn't really matter what work experience you have. Here's some opportunities. I'll put them up on the screen. You can check them out. And some of the skills you're going to need for this are proficiency with Microsoft Office, strong research abilities, excellent verbal and written communication, and being detail-oriented. Some of the pros of this one are the compensation can be very lucrative. There's a lot of opportunities down the line for continuous learning and development, and you have really good job stability. Some of the cons are it can be a bit of a high-pressure environment. It can be somewhat adversarial with your coworkers that you're telling that they can't do this or they can't do that, and you have to constantly stay up to date on the newest legal knowledge. But overall, this one's really good. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10 opportunity score. Next is going to be a health insurance specialist, and this is basically a specialist that guides clients through the labyrinth of the U.S. healthcare system. And health insurance specialists make about $61,000 to $103,000 a year. Here's some opportunities. I'll put them up on the screen. You can check them out. Some of the skills you're going to need with this one are problem-solving abilities, interpersonal communication, a friendly demeanor, and the ability to work independently. Some of the pros of this one are you can make a ton of money because you're actually commission-based, because it's another one of those jobs that's secretly kind of a sales job, although it's much more collaborative than some sales jobs. It's not like a sketchy used car salesman type of thing, and you have comprehensive benefits. Some of the cons of this one are your income is heavily influenced by sales success, and continuous education and licensing are needed. But overall, I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10 opportunity score. Next is going to be a finance associate, and this is somebody who basically provides financial education and financial strategy consulting with individuals, families, and businesses. So finance associates make about $57,000 to $83,000 a year. Here's some opportunities. I'll put them up on the screen for you. You can check them out. Some of the skills needed here are strong communication and relationship building skills, being organized and detail-oriented, and being highly motivated and self-driven. Some of the pros of this one are there's really good career development opportunities, companies often provide comprehensive training and support, and you do have the opportunity to earn commissions. Some of the cons are your earnings are variable based on your performance, and it does require licensing and certification. But overall, I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10 opportunity score. Next on the list is going to be a health claims examiner. So this is somebody who reviews and processes medical, dental, vision, and pharmacy claims for payment, and they make about $57,000 to $92,000 a year. Here's some opportunities. I'll put them up on the screen. You can check them out. Some of the skills needed here are attention to detail, a good understanding of medical terminology, proficiency with claims processing software, and basic math skills. Some of the pros of this one are the job provides stable work hours and the opportunity to work remotely. And there are advancement opportunities within the insurance industry. Some of the cons are this job requires a lot of attention to detail and accuracy, and the workload can be quite demanding. But overall, this one gets an 8.5 out of 10 opportunity score. Next is going to be a satisfaction research associate. And this is somebody who basically calls and surveys patients and their families to gather feedback on their home care services. So satisfaction research associates make about $47,000 to $81,000 a year. Here's some opportunities. I'll put them up on the screen. You can check them out. Some of the skills needed here are attention to detail, computer literacy, fast and accurate typing, and strong communication skills. Some of the pros of this one are regular pay raises and bonuses. You get to make a positive impact on senior care, and it provides the opportunity to work remotely. Some of the cons are the job can be monotonous, and some conversations can be emotionally challenging. But overall, I'm going to give this one a 7.5 out of 10 opportunity score. Next is going to be a healthcare referral agent, and this is somebody who generates leads and promotes healthcare services to patients and providers. So healthcare referral agents make about $46,000 to $68,000 a year. Here's some opportunities. I'll put them up on the screen. You can check them out. Some of the skills needed here are excellent communication and persuasion skills, a friendly demeanor, and the ability to work independently. Some of the pros of this one are meaningful work that helps connect patients to healthcare services. You have flexible work hours, and there's opportunity for advancement. Some of the cons are the income can be commission-based and variable, and it requires building a large network of contacts. But overall, I'm going to give this one an 8.5 out of 10 opportunity score. Lastly, on the list is going to be a surety bond assistant, and this is somebody who handles the issuance and renewal of surety bonds. So surety bond assistants make about $38,000 to $56,000 a year. Here's some opportunities. I'll put them up on the screen. You can check them out. Some of the skills needed here are analytical and problem-solving skills, proficiency with computer software, and strong attention to detail. Some of the pros of this one are good job stability and opportunities for advancement, and it's a straightforward entry-level position. Some of the cons are lower pay compared to other entry-level positions, and it requires a lot of administrative work. But overall, I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10 opportunity score. So there you have it. 11 new work-from-home jobs that you can land with no experience needed. And as always, if you appreciate me doing the research for you, please tap that like button, subscribe to the channel for more content, and if you want even more high-paying work-from-home job opportunities, be sure to check out my other video that has over 1 million views and a lot of people love it. I'll put it right here on the screen for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.